Hello paper crafters, welcome to the day 20 of my 25 days of Christmas tutorial series. Today I'm going to try out an interesting new shaker card structure. This is basically going to be an hourglass hidden inside the card. So let's get started and I will explain what I mean step by step. First of all, we are going to need a top folding A2 size card base and also the panel that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches, the same size as the card base. So I'm setting the card base aside and I'm going to work on the front panel first. To create the scene, I'm going to use a Coffee Time stamp set by Paper Discovery. It also has matching dies. They are nice large images, also quite suitable for shaker cards. I'm placing the mug as well as the coffee pot onto the panel, finding the right position for them, as if I'm pouring the coffee into the mug. And once I'm happy with the placement, I'm going to use some washi tape to tape down the dies, and then I will send them through the die cutting machine. I'm not planning to use the white die cuts themselves, I just need the windows, but I'm going to keep that small negative die cut that is the inside of the cup handle. So now I am untaping the dies and setting them aside, and now I'm going to create that stream of liquid that's coming out from the nozzle. So I'm drawing the outlines with the pencil and I want to make sure it's rather narrow because otherwise the beads will be pouring down too quickly. Then I'm using the scissors to cut along those drawn lines, and this is the image that we are going to get. I have die cut the coffee pot image out of a scrap piece of patterned paper using the same die, and then I'm going all around the edges with fired brick distress ink. I'm not going to use a stamp, by the way, just a matching die this time. Then I'm flipping over the panel and the coffee pot die cut. I'm placing it inside the shaped window where it belongs, and then I'm using some washi tape to tape those two die cuts together. Then I'm going to take this panel to the paper trimmer and I'm going to trim off the coffee pot die cut to the size of the card. And as always, the tools and supplies I'm using are listed down below in the description box, as well as on my blog. Before I start assembling the shaker card, I need to finish off the front panel. So I'm going to do some stamping with the stamps from the same set. So first I'm stamping down this sentiment with the black ink. Then I'm going to use the 3 snowflake images from the same set to kind of fill in the empty spaces on the panel. I'm going to stamp the snowflakes with the light gray ink. Of course, this card design can be adjusted to any occasion. In this case, it's the snowflakes and the sentiment that make it Christmassy. The panel is nearly finished now, so I'm going to start assembling the shaker card. I'm applying the double-sided tape at the wrong side all around the cup image, and I'm going to stick down the piece of acetate. It should cover up the cup as well as that little tunnel that is connecting the cup and the teapot. Then I'm also going to attach that small negative image that I was talking about. So I'm placing the large die cut inside and then positioning the negative piece just like that. Now comes the most important part of creating the hourglass shaker card, and that is applying the foam tape. I normally keep this process off camera because it's kind of a boring part, but not this time. So I'm applying the double layer of foam tape around the mug image, and then I'm going to create the funnel shape. So to bend the foam tape, I have removed the liner. It's going to make it a bit more pliable, and then I'm sticking it down. This basically should be a triangle shape that starts at the tip of the nozzle of the coffee pot. A slightly curved shape will help the beads fall down easily. So now I'm applying the second layer of foam tape on top of the ones that are already there. Basically, I am now creating an hourglass shape, but the top bulb is going to be hidden behind the cardstock panel. Then I'm going to apply more foam tape along the top edge of the card. I'll be adding even more tape to make sure the shaker window is sealed all around. So this is the hourglass shape that I was talking about. The bottom part is the coffee mug, and the top funnel is hidden behind the cardstock panel. Next, I'm going to peel off the liner and fill in the shaker window. Small round glass beads or seed beads would be the perfect filler for the hourglass shaker card. It is also important that the sides of the foam tape are not sticky. If they are, you have to go around them with the powder tool. Otherwise, you can clog the funnel with the seed beads. Now I'm covering up the cup area with a piece of black cardstock to make it different color. Then I'm applying more glue on top of it and covering up the entire thing with my card base. Try not to put too much beads. I did that now, so I had to perform some surgery later on to remove the extra. Before I show you how the card works, I want to add one more finishing touch. This cinnamon sticks image is also from the same stamp set. I've stamped it with the black ink, and now I'm coloring it with distress markers. I'm using vintage photo and ground espresso markers. Then I'm going to die cut this image with the matching die from the set, and I'm going to attach it right onto the card front to finish off my little composition. At this point, I thought I could add even more finishing touches, so I decided to decorate the cup with a small snowflake die cut. I'm sticking it down with Ranger multi-medium glue right onto the cup-shaped window on top of the acetate. And then I'm also going to attach one small red half bead inside the snowflake. And now I'm finally ready to show you how this card works. So you see that the beads are rolling inside quite nicely, and now we're going to shake all of them inside the upper portion of the hourglass, the one that is hidden. Then I simply have to hold the card in an upright position. I'm tapping it slightly and all the beads are pouring down inside the cup. And then we can also shake and roll them around. The only little problem is that piece of black cardstock creates a small step here and it stops the beads. This is why I have to tap the card. But if you attach another piece of white cardstock just above the black one, edge to edge, there will be no step and the beads will be pouring down without any tapping. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back soon with the project number 21 and I hope to see you again. Have a beautiful day.